Good day. So the title of this video is F-35s to the United Arab Emirates. So the F-35 is a United States stealth fighter bomber. It's probably the second most capable aircraft in terms of air-to-air combat capability in the United States arsenal, the first being the F-22, which is not exported to any countries. Now, the F-35 probably has more advanced internal and updated electronics. Its electro-optical capabilities are second to none. An incredibly advanced radar, and then obviously the stealth properties that this aircraft has. And right now, there is talk that the United Arab Emirates, a Gulf non-democratic state, will be receiving both the F-35 and our Reaper drones, some of our most advanced drones as well. So the drones aren't as big of an issue. If we don't give them the drones, then obviously China would give them would sell them drones, probably that are almost as equal in terms of capability and quality, but not quite. The F-35 is something a little different, a lot different. I know right now, we have good, meaning us, the United States, has good relations with the United Arab Emirates. However, that could change. And if that changes and they are sitting on a dozen, 2 dozen F-35s, who gets to take a good look at those F-35s? I understand, the United States has taken some cautions in terms of what you can do with the F-35, in terms of getting into its innards, but if there was a break, a complete political break with the UAE, then obviously we could see these jets being turned over to China and some of our near peer adversaries who we simply do not want to have that kind of capability. I think a good example is, at one point we had very good relations with Iran, and there was a change in government, and it became, and it has become, a military adversarial relationship for a number of reasons. And we had given Iran F-14s, and among just a whole host of military equipment that has been able to be studied by some of our near peer adversaries. So we can't say for certain that that would happen, that the United Arab Emirates would become no longer an ally with the United States, but things could happen. And there are other systems that we could give the United Arab Emirates that could meet their defensive needs in protecting its state. And I don't think the F-35 is one of those systems that needs to be handed over. There's a host of other challenges that the UAE needs to overcome against its number one rival, which is Iran. And first and foremost, they need to be able to shoot down drones. They need to have a defense against ballistic missiles and cruise missiles. And the F-35, while yes, it could shoot down cruise missiles, it can identify and target slow-flying drones. That's not its number one forte. So we could definitely give them systems that could negate the systems that Iran has. And if the UAE needed to target areas of Iran, we could give them systems such as more stealthier cruise missile systems that would be effective, that they could fire outside of the range of Iranian air defense systems and hit targets. But what is the purpose of giving them the F-35? The Iranian Air Force is not going to win air supremacy over the United Arab Emirates in its current state. So again, why would we want to hand over these F-35s when it's kind of redundant? There's no power in the region, with the exception of maybe Saudi Arabia and Israel, that would have the true capability of engaging the UAE and winning air supremacy. So what's the need for giving them the F-35? Why do they need the F-35? Well, the answer is they don't. And again, we could give them another system that would help them, and at the same time, it would put the United States at much less risk in terms of handing over technology to a partner who may not be a partner in the future. And I mean, I think, giving or selling the F-35 to incredibly close allies such as, the United Kingdom and other states that we have quite literally a century-long relationships with would be okay. But not handing over that sort of asset to the United Arab Emirates. Thanks.